season is officially over. The season is officially over. Now I want to start off by saying this. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for going into Baltimore and finding a way to get a victory in a tough environment. It was an electric atmosphere at M&T Bank Stadium. Tensions were high. Energy was high. It was a great atmosphere. But they found a way to pull it off in a highly contested game. It was definitely an emotional game, but in the end, they pulled it off. Credit to Patrick Mahomes. Credit to Travis Kelce. Credit to Rossi Rice. Credit to Valdez Scantling. Credit to Isaiah Pacheco. Credit to Andy Reid. Give credit to all these guys. Give credit to all of those players. Every single person on this Chiefs team for getting the job done. They showed up to work today and advanced to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. As for the Ravens, it is what it is. We fall flat today. We come up really short against a well-experienced Kansas City Chiefs team that has been to 6 straight title games and are going back to the Super Bowl. For us, we head into the offseason with a lot of pride that still flow with us. Today, we live through pain. I know how much it hurts if you're a Ravens fan. And if you saw my reaction video on how every single Ravens fan is feeling right now, you can get the understanding of how the fan base is and what our mindset is going into the offseason. But I do have a lot of optimism that this team is going to be an even better team for many years to come. Now let's give some props to this man, Lamar Jackson. Besides his messy performance today, this guy has accomplished a lot this season. He has built a lot of character in himself. He's overcome a lot of adversity, or many adversities he's faced throughout the entirety of the season. He's put in all the work to go above and beyond. He and his team have fought through so many close games. They beat down the Lions. They beat down the Niners. They beat down the Bengals twice. They overcome a lot of obstacles. You got to give credit to the new offensive coordinator, Todd Monken. He stepped in there and brought change to Baltimore, clearly. As well as Mike McDonald, too. Second year, defense played extremely well. Even though they gave up 17 points today, they still played extremely well. The offense looked like an entirely, completely different offense looking back to the last 2 years of the Ravens offense. That was an offense that's built to win. That was an offense that's built to compete. And that looked like an offense that can score, be explosive, and everything. Finally, give credit to the general manager, Eric DeCosta. The man himself picked up the right draft picks. Zay Flowers stands out to be a great receiver for us. He's put in a lot of work this season, and he'll be a better receiver for years to come. Kyle Hamilton, second year with us, and he is a great safety that can bring pressure and guard the backfield. Isaiah Likely is a stud. He can be a playmaker up and down the field. And as for the rest of the draft picks, you did your part. You guys worked your butts off all year. And I'm proud to see that you guys fought hard to the very bitter end. those are my thoughts of the Ravens as a whole, as an organization, as a unit. You guys worked so hard to get to this point. I know you did not get to where you want to be, which is the Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, you leave what you have on the field. You leave everything you have on the field, and then you live through the pain. Take pride with you. Okay? That's how we feel right now. Now, let's take a look at the final stats for today. Lamar Jackson today, 20 of 37, 272 yards passing, 1 touchdown, which was the pass to Zay Flowers in the first quarter. Matter of fact, that was the only explosive play of the game. But 1 turnover, which was a pick. That was in triple coverage, which I do not think was a great decision by Lamar. He got sacked 4 times for a loss of 17 yards. And of course, the second turnover was Zay Flowers fumbling the ball. So both of our turnovers today were based off of fumbles. Actually, matter of fact, 2 fumbles were just completely out of hand. And then Lamar himself, the 2 turnovers were all on him. So I think Lamar's 2 turnovers really hurt us in this game, as well as Zay Flowers' fumble in the end zone. If he would have just not extended his arms across the goal line and walked in, it would have been 6 points to tie the game. Instead, he decides to extend his arms. Matter of fact, I think it was a 10-point game. Yeah, it was a 10-point game. He extended his arms to try to make it a 3-point game. Instead, he fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball in the end zone, touchback, no points. 6 points taken off the board. It was like the opportunity was right there. With everything on the line, the trip to the Super Bowl was in your grasp, and you had a chance to get back in the game. Gone. The run game today, 81 yards rushing. Definitely not our best job today in terms of running the football. The offense as a whole accumulated a total of 272 yards receiving. We dominated the second half, that's the truth. But the real truth is that you cannot score a single point up until crunch time in the fourth quarter, which you only booted 3 points, courtesy of JT, Justin Tucker. You had a chance to put up a touchdown late in the game, but there were so many opportunities where you could have put up 6 points, and you just didn't do it today. You didn't do it today because your defense worked their tails off to give you the game. And the offense goes out there and plays horrific in the end. You take a look right here. Yeah, Zay Flowers was the only good receiver out there. He was the only guy that had an emotional game today. And I know he's living through a lot of pain right now. He had to be consoled by Odell Beckham Jr., a veteran receiver that also provided some great leadership too. He contributed to the team very well. Zay Flowers, 5 catches today for 115 yards and a touchdown. He has worked his tail off all season. I think he's a star receiver. I think he should make the Pro Bowl. And he's truly worthy of being a true star at the receiving corps. However, he did suffer the 1 fumble loss. It's on him. He did slam his hand in frustration, which he did kind of hurt himself. That was unfortunate. It was unfortunate right there. The rest of the receiving corps, not a good day. Nelson Aguilar, 1 catch for 39 yards. That was crunch time. OBJ, 3 catches, 22 yards. All 3 catches, matter of fact, I believe were first downs. Isaiah Likely, 2 catches, 16 yards. Mark Andrews, oh boy, Mark Andrews, making his return off injury. 2 catches for 15 yards. That's a guy that's just coming off an injury. And then, of course, Rashad Bateman, 1 catch, 2 yards. That's at the ball. But Very strangely, Lamar Action Jackson, threw a pass that was deflected up in the air and then catches his own pass and then runs for 13 yards. That was a weird play. Very weird play right there. Very weird play. That turned out to be a positive play. The defense today only gave up 17 points. They have worked so hard in this game. It's just that their offense just couldn't give them. They couldn't give them the compliment that they deserve by scoring. They didn't do it a whole lot today. I was gonna show you the stats either way, but anyway, Patrick Mahomes, 30 of 39, 240 yards passing, or 241 yards passing. 1 touchdown, no picks, 2 sacks for a loss of 11, but that was crunch time. Really good passer rating of 100. Their run game was also horrible, but Isaiah Pacheco was the only guy that contributed very well with 24 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown. This is the guy that the Ravens defense could not contain at all, and we didn't even double him for the majority of this game. Travis Kelce, 11 catches, 116 yards, touchdown. He just probably made his girlfriend Taylor Swift very proud. Rashee Rice, 8 catches, 46 yards. Marcus Valdes-Scantling, 2 catches, one of them being the game-winning catch for the win. 2 catches for 38 yards. Isaiah Pacheco had 4 catches for 14 yards. Noah Gray, 2 catches, 8 yards. And of course, Justin Watson, 1 catch for 16 yards. The one turnover that the Chiefs kind of had right here was actually off of... Actually, no, there was 2 fumbles, but no turnovers. None of the fumbles that Creed Humphrey or Rashee Rice had, none of them turned the ball over today. They played clean. They had no turnovers today offensively. Our defense did not force anything, no pressure, no turnovers. It's just that our offense cost us. We turned the ball over ourselves. Our self-inflicted wounds hurt us today, and that's what cost us the loss in the AFC Championship game. They're not going to the Super Bowl. So, in summary, to a heartbreaking ending to the season. Offensively, he didn't work hard enough in the third and fourth quarter. At least you tried hard, but it just wasn't enough to put up a lot of points on the board. Defense, you showed up in the very end. 17 points given up in the first half. What can you do? Play calling. There were some calls I don't like. Some calls I'm like, it is what it is. The fourth factor, if anybody's saying that this is the reason why we lost the game, I don't know what's going through your mind, but I'm not using that as an excuse of why we lost the game. The refs, I know they're a bad factor all the time in the game of football, but penalties are just penalties. Let it slide. Let it slide if you would. Because if you're just trying to rely on penalties to be a factor of why we lost the game or blown calls, what can you do about it? What can you do? There's nothing that can change, literally. Anyways, besides that, both John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson said in the press conference that they're very proud of this team. I do agree that I should be proud of this team for what they accomplished. They overcome a lot of obstacles and adversity as the season progressed, and they faced the toughest challenges in beating the Lions, the Niners, and the Dolphins. Those are 3 tough games that they were able to get out of. It's just that what pains me the most right here, right now, is that they were just 1 win away from getting back to the promised land that we were in 11 years ago. And that was to be on the big stage wanting the world to see what we're capable of. And we came up just one game short. So, terribly unfortunate, but not a horrible situation that we should be all feel bad about, because we just so close to accomplish our goal, just that we did not get the job done today. But hey, the thing is, we're AFC North champions. We made it to the AFC Championship game, hosted it for the first time in Baltimore since 1971, when the Baltimore Colts were playing the Raiders with Johnny Unitas as quarterback. And first time playing an AFC title game in M&T Bank Stadium for the first time in franchise history. It was also nice to see some of the legends that were able to go to the game. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Jonathan Ogden, T. Sizzle, Terrell Suggs, Todd Heap, and of course, honoring Michael Phelps, former Olympian. In my opinion, he's the GOAT of swimming. Baltimore native, showed up. T-Pain was also there, delivering good vibes as well. It was just overall just a great atmosphere. I knew it was going to be great, but I really wanted to see the confetti fly everywhere, knowing that we were going to the Super Bowl. We got the job done, but no purple confetti today, unfortunately. The Lamar Hunt Trophy will belong to the Kansas City Chiefs. As for the Ravens, they head to the offseason just keeping their heads up high, living through the pain, and taking pride with them to the offseason. Feeling proud of what they accomplished and reflecting on what could have gone better in the 2023 season. Those are my thoughts. My final thoughts for the 2023 Baltimore Ravens season. Stay tuned in tomorrow for some more of my season-ending thoughts of the Baltimore Ravens. With that being said, that's all I gotta say. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate you all for sticking with me throughout the season. It's been one heck of a year. It's a year that we can remember forever as Ravens fans. I know that we came up one game short. We want the season to continue. But now, we just got to move on. That's what sports is about. It's about taking a step back, taking a look at yourself in the mirror, and reflecting on what can you done better. What can you do better? How much do you want to improve? Or what can you do to improve your team's ability of winning games? What can you do to influence the outcomes of the game? And what can the team do better to influence the outcomes of the game? And that's what it's all about. You overcome adversity. You can take a look at what can you do to become a better player. And what does the team need to do to get this franchise back to where it was, to bring it to today's version of the NFL. And this team is trending towards a right direction, in my opinion, because they have good quality draft picks, a bright future, and leadership. That's what I like to see in the city of Baltimore. With that being said, that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night. Let's get it.